What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the All-Star Sports Show, episode number 24. So far it's been, I could say, interesting. Yeah. So, the Super Bowl is set again.
Yep.
It's kind of funny because it's like I've been seeing like among the discourse, it's like boycotts, like.
We're gonna boycott the NFL Super Bowl because we have one team that we're claiming that the refs. Hold up, let me finish. We have one team that the refs are claiming, or the people are claiming the refs are paying them off. That I watched that whole entire game. If the Bills would just capitalize on their mistakes, they still would have won. They still would have won that game. And plus, the rule book says the ball has to cross the freaking first down marker to be a first down. Josh Allen had the ball at his waist. When he tried to cross the line, he apparently got the first down to the fans' eyes. He didn't. And another thing too. Oh, there was a flag thrown on the final play of the game. What flag? I didn't see it. I didn't even see it when I reviewed the last play of the game anyway.
Exactly.
So the refs are not paying them off. And also, the other side, which pisses me off as an Eagles fan, is still this discourse of, oh, nobody likes this team because their fans are pieces of shit. Which most of our fans are, I will admit it. We can be assholes. Yeah. Hell, one of our fucking fans died because he didn't stop climbing the damn pole.
Tyler, that's an issue that seriously still needs to be addressed. It's like, don't climb the poles.
Stop climbing the fucking poles. You win stupid games. You play stupid games. Hold on. You play stupid games. You win stupid prizes. And what happened? Yeah, I feel bad for the family. Not him. You're the idiot that did it. But yeah, we can be assholes. And yes, those fans, I don't like those fans. I don't claim those fans. But not all of us are assholes, okay? Which I can slightly be an asshole because that's me. But I'm like a jokeful asshole. I'm not the guy that'll punch you in the face for being another team's fan.
Nah, because me and Tyler, we like to poke fun.
We poke fun at you? Like, we poke fun?
Yeah,
like,
kind of crazy, too.
We love friendly banter when it comes to sports. Like, you like that team? That team sucks. Your team sucks. Like, typical stuff like that. But I'm not going to call you names or try to kick your ass. All right, now they're being loud. But I'm not gonna be like a hold on, dude, chill. I'm trying to, but sorry, I'm like, there's so much noise. I'm trying to get to a thought and I can't. I'm not gonna be the guy that's gonna be like, oh, you don't like this team? Let me punch you in the face. I'm not like that. Okay, I'm not like those fans. Rob isn't. He's one of the nicest dudes I know, so, like, come on. But there are idiots, but here's the thing. There's idiots in every fan base.
Yeah.
What?
And here's the thing, too. Like, even for the teams that are bottom of the barrel, yeah, we'll call it as we see it. But at the same time, we just try to put our input in, especially for outsiders, especially case in point, New Orleans. Are y'all okay over there? Holy crap! There is what the fuck is going on in New Orleans?
They're in one of the factories. They're in one of the factories of hell. Oh, okay, but they're in one of the factories of hell. They're in one of the factories of hell, Rob. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, holy crap!
And then here,
well, by the time when I put put it on Twitter, because this is basically what I had to hold up. So I'm kind of going to give you an idea of, because like I said, I don't hate the Saints by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm concerned because
I'm concerned too, and another team that I'm concerned for, the Cleveland Browns, because now they are back in the factory of sadness. They're back in. They made
that's
the playoffs.
A factory sadness.
That's factory of sadness 2.0 at this point, because they were out of the factory of sadness when they made the playoffs with Baker Mayfield, and then again with old ass Joe Flacco when he had that weird insanity run in 23, like last year. Mm-hmm. Now they're back in. Again, they're still overpaying for Deshaun Watson. Can't stay healthy, and he is not accurate with the football like he was before in Houston. So they got to do something with that. The offense is just anemic. The defense, it's there. I will say this: they still have Myles Garrett. That defensive core is still set. That offense, though, God. And then your backups are just equally.
It's not as.
It's bad. It's just, I wouldn't say it's not as bad. They don't. I wouldn't say it's not. No, it's not. The Saints are not worse because they at least win more than 3 fucking games.
I'm talking about the backups, not the. Because we'll go back to the thing on the Saints in just a second. Because look, Cleveland. When we look at from the offensive side in terms of
Cleveland's depth,
the backups are just ass. They're just.
It's just bad at quarterback. That's the thing. Like they're like 16 packs of ass. I mean, like they're bad.
That's kind of funny. So speaking of, you never got rid of Baker. I'm just saying. That's
what I've been saying.
This is a long story. You got rid of Baker. I mean,
that's their big move. That's the big move that really costed you is when you traded Baker to pick up Deshaun Watson, which I understand in hindsight that back then when you got Deshaun Watson, he was good. You
want to improve in the over.
But the thing is, though, now it's a bad matter. The fact that you overpaid the motherfucker. You literally overpaid him.
Yeah, a fully $230 million guarantee. Not to mention the fact that if you cut him, the fact of the matter is, when I told Tyler the dead cappy that this team had to they decided to cut him was over $100+ million. Are you kidding me? You already fucking screwed it.
You literally spent all your fucking money for one player.
I'm surprised. Because
you spent all your damn money on one player, and it's amount to nothing. Which, honestly, I would have given him if I was smarter. If I was smarter, and I was than this guy, which honestly I am. If I'm going to explain this, if I were to trade Baker away and then sign Deshaun Watson in free agency, I'm giving him a 1-year deal. I'm not giving him no max goddamn contract like they did. No 5-year, $200 and some million.
Here's the thing too. Now, going back to the Saints, though, because when I put this out about a couple of days ago, because obviously SpyTrack did update the current cast situation for the Saints. At the time when I put this, because obviously this is also going with when the Saints. I'm sorry. I would never be a fucking coach. It was Jews. Look, no disrespect to the Saints, but I feel bad for anybody who's got to take that fucking job. Not to mention the fact, guys, cap situation is fucking bullshit.
And reportedly, Kellen Moore is the front runner. Which it's gonna fucking suck for us. Because then
if I'm Kellen Moore, I'd say fucking no.
Honestly, if I'm any coach that's in consideration for that job, I'm saying fucking no. Because so far they don't have. They literally like they have negative cap. They have negative fucking cap in New Orleans. Negative cap.
Okay, so So when I put this out, so I'm saying, so this is what I say. So when I say, because when I put this out, so if I'm Kellen Moore, I say hell no to the coaching job of the New Orleans Saints. First, that franchise is a nightmare to work with. Not to mention the fact for 2025, the Saints are negative 78 plus over the cap. Now, at the time when I put that out, they actually did update that they're now negative 50 over the cap. And also, Mickey Loomis is a bad general manager, etc. Because there's some other choice words I want to say about Mickey Loomis, but then again,
let's just say
it really does. And this is also I would say too. I said also saying quote. I'd be surprised. I said no because another thing in that part. This is what I added too. So I'd be surprised if any coach wants the New Orleans to post Peyton and / Breeze area of Saints football. This is what shit. That's basically all I said. Because it's ever since when Drew Brees retired, Peyton gone.
It's just been bad. It's just been bad. And the thing is, though, it's like, now Sean Payton's finding success with Denver, and he's developing Bo Nix very well over in Denver.
Yeah.
Look at where New Orleans is at. They paid Derek Carr, which is not working well at all. And they're, like you said, negative 50 over the cap.
And this is what pisses me off. Sorry, you know what really pisses you off? This is the same man who came out and said he's not willing to take a pay cut to help this franchise.
Exactly. And now you have a money
guy that's not even a top 25 quarterback. I'm sorry,
he's not even top 50 anymore. The thing is, though, it's like you have.
I kind of know. I
never finished my stuff, but here's my thing. Like, you're sitting there, and you're like, okay, you're not as a quarterback, you're not evaluating the issue here, and the issue is blatant because they reported on this plenty of times. It's on the damn internet. Rob is reading from the internet that they are negative 50 over the cap, and as a quarterback, you're not sitting there going, okay, I need to shed some money.
Larry, I have it up on Spot Track.
Oh, I believe you. But the thing is, though, it's on the internet. But the thing is, though, it's like you're negative 50 over the cap. And as a quarterback, you're sitting there with your money-hungry self saying, I don't want to take a pay cut to help this team. There is so many holes on this fucking team to where
it's like looking at the team full of Swiss cheese.
You need the help. And the problem is you don't have enough money to do it. Honestly, they need to cut their losses with their cut their losses with their car.
If they do that, they'll have to eat over $50+ million in
trade it. Don't cut them. Trade it.
Here's the problem with that
contract. What's the problem with trading them? You're not getting rid of
that. Is hard. That is really hard. But still, and not just against the cap, but
some dumb idiot. Okay, but some dumb idiot will try to get that contract. Look what the Browns did with Deshaun Watson. Their dumbasses got him.
I mean,
a quarterback.
All I know is, well,
all I'm gonna say. Hold up. All I've got to say is a quarterback desperate team will trade for him. It's bound to happen. So at this point, trade him. At this point, trade him because that freaking contract is terrible.
I mean,
but now I'm getting it over the damn team right in my team.
But the Saints will all. Because here's the thing: let's just say hypothetically they do it, the New Orleans Saints will have to eat up $50,132,000 of dead cap because of Derek Carr.
Yeah, we'll have to eat that. We'll have to eat that contract.
That's even. Okay, so you know what's also bad too? You got Deshaun Watson, his dead cap is fucking terrible. So is Derek Carr, is he? Those are the two quarterbacks have two bad fucking dead cap hits. I don't understand it.
And ironically enough,
and now I can see why the Raiders ran his ass out of town.
But like the thing is, though, ironically enough, they're one of the bottom two teams in the league right now because holy shit. And you could say, the Jets are pretty bad with the Aaron Rodgers experiment, but here's the thing. I think that'll improve with a new coach. I think, the philosophy will improve over there. But when we're talking about the Saints and the Browns, they have the same theme. Bad quarterbacks with dead cap on their contract. That's the issue. These two quarterbacks
bad quarterback play and bad front office.
Bad front office decisions, yes. And those two decisions, getting Deshaun Watson and overspending with him and overspending on Derek Carr, who doesn't want to take a pay cut to get rid of that damn contract, get rid of all that money. Boom. And Rob's going through internet issues like usual. But that's the thing with, this team is the fact that, these two teams is the fact that, they're going through this cap. They're in cap out. And it's because they overspent on bad quarterbacks who aren't the same guys they were in Vegas or in Houston. They're not the same guys. And it sucks for them. But to segue off of that, I'm going to talk about the upcoming Super Bowl. It's my team, Rob's team versus the Chiefs. When he gets back, we'll go through that. But we're just gonna chill and wait for Rob to get back because I'm pretty sure he's going through the internet issues. So bear with us. I'm going to read some comments if there are. We won't be good for 10 years at least. I wouldn't say 10 years. Derek Carr really done sniped his internet. Yeah, dude, I know. He sniped Rob's internet. What the hell? You're talking shit on Derek Carr. He sniped Rob's internet. What the hell, man? Why you have to do that, Derek Carr? He's got the little ring of death here, the buffering. So he'll be right back. We're just going to wait until he does get back. But yeah, Derek Carr really done sniped his internet.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yo, Derek Carr. Yo, me and Juice agreed. Derek Carr sniped your internet.
Again, this second straight night in a row with my fucking internet. And Xfinity, you can go fuck yourself.
Xfinity's fucking up. I'm telling you that right now. They always fuck up. But anyway,
I had never. But anyways, yeah. I'm just going to stay camped.
Anyway, I segued off of the segment we were doing, and we're going to talk about the next topic, which is the Eagles and the Chiefs Super Bowl matchup coming up.
Yeah.
So
which is kind of funny. And it's crazy, not crazy as it seems. And it's kind of funny with all the discourse going around and stuff. Okay, before I continue, can anybody hear me okay?
Oh, we can hear you fine. It's fine.
Okay. I just want to make sure my audio doesn't go to shit.
No,
so my apologies.
Fine, brother. It is perfectly fine.
Like I was saying, which is kind of funny to me, with all the discourse say, oh, we're trying to see, and it's like, well, here's the thing. Actually, let your front office actually get good. Because the one thing I'll give Brett Veach a lot of credit for is knowing how to draft and build a championship-winning culture. Same with Philadelphia. Now, Philadelphia at times has been I guess you could say inconsistent at times, depending on who you're
I
asking.
would say I wouldn't say inconsistent. I would say they ran into some hiccups here and there between the two runs. Last year was just like an anomaly. You know, we had that hot start and then we just fell flat.
It was just fucking shit the bed.
Completely shat the bed. Even in the playoffs, we completely blew that shit up. And then we were back in the Super Bowl hunt this year. That was just more like an anomaly, hiccup. You know, I feel like, you know, making NFC Championship games and making Super Bowls, I feel like that's the new normal in a way. Barring a culture change or a coordinator change or anything like that, I think that's the new normal in a way. To where you know we're constantly in that NFC Championship picture or that Super Bowl picture, because we haven't been this consistent since the 2000s.
When we had McNabb. What was the first time we won 4 straight NFC title the NFC division 4 times in a row? We
won the NFC. We won the NFC East 4 times in a row, but we also made the NFC Championship constantly in 2000s, and we were constantly in that running. We made the Super Bowl once. This is the first time we've ever made 2 Super Bowl runs in a short time.
Yeah, which is true, and
that's never happened.
Crazy
because let me do some math here with my calculator. All right, so 2004 minus 1980. It took us 24 years to make it to the Super Bowl after 1980. Right?
Jesus.
And then 2017. Oh my God, calculator. Stop figuring this shit.
Holy shit.
Oh my God, I'm fucking up already. 2017 minus 2004. It took us 13 years. It took us 13 years to make it. And then we made it back in 2022. It took us 2 years. Under Sirianni, it took us 2 years to make 2 Super Bowls.
You know what? You know what's also the crazy part too? I know a lot of Eagles Nation. As much as we love Andy Reid and Donovan McNabb, but what Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni has done is impressive in a very short amount of time.
It's never been done in our franchise. Like, there hasn't been a 2-time with one quarterback. There has not been a 2-time NFC champion in Philly. Jalen Hurts comes here. He did it.
Even though
he's a 2-time NFC champion in a span of like 2 years. We've never had this success before.
No, because it's either we make it or we don't. It's one of those two.
The Eagles have a Michigan State player on their team, so I chose the Eagles. Caw-caw! Fucking love you, Jews.
Oh yeah, I blame Kevin Hart for that.
Also, Kevin Hart. That's not an eagle noise. That's a pterodactyl. What are you doing?
And which is, and here's the thing too. It's and with all this shit. And that's the thing. And going back to my point too. And look, same can be said. Look for Kansas City. I mean, shoot. Before Patrick Mahomes was there, before Andy Reid, before Alex Smith, look at how bad
they were bottom of the barrel. You know who their quarterback was before Alex Smith? Matt fucking Castle. Matt Castle.
No.
Exactly.
God, the fucking guy that failed in New England? Jesus.
No, that motherfucker. That guy who started in New England, he flopped hard. Even though the defense carried him to an 11-5 record, they still missed the playoffs.
Yeah, which is kind of funny when you look at that 11-5, that Patriots team went 11-5 under Matt Castle. That's like that shit was just weird.
It's because he got carried, and he didn't have a clutch gene in him. And the thing is, though, it's like they went 11-5, but they missed playoffs because. I think it was because the Miami Dolphins were like slightly better, and they didn't have back then. If you're in second place, you're out of playoffs. It's not like today.
Not so much.
All right, we're gonna start with that again. They're messing with my dog. But anyway, all right. I can't hear nothing right now. I couldn't hear what you were saying, but sorry, that's my dog.
Like I was saying, I was going to say this too. Though, so like how crazy how times have turned. Now the Miami Dolphins went from being good now to being ass.
They're not really ass.
Sorry, Dolphins man.
For me, they're like mediocre. Like Tua's mediocre. The team is mediocre. They were like, I know a few years ago they were like, oh, they could be Super Bowl contenders. No, not anymore. Not anymore. They cannot be Super Bowl contenders at this point. They can make the playoffs, sure. They're
not even playoff contenders at that.
They just miss out. They just missed out last year, or this year. But last year it was like, they made it, they lost, and now it's like you're starting to see that downturn, that mediocreness. It's like they can go 9-8 consistently now. They're not going to win 10 games. They might win 10 games once, but they're really just 9-8, a 9-8 team.
Not under Tua, and that pains me to say because I know that he's a nice dude, but from a quarterback perspective and the quarterback play,
I don't think the quarterback plays. No, it's not the quarterback play. The quarterback play is fine, Rob. The thing is his health. They don't have they do not have a credible backup under him. They don't. Tua's fine.
I'll tell you that. Like Skylar Thompson is it's blech. I still remember the time when they had long neck.
It's bad. Like they're working with Skylar Thompson like behind Tua. That's not going to work.
That's a downgrade.
That's a complete downgrade.
I remember one year when they had a backup of name of Mike Glennon. I know a lot of Giants fans know that name familiar. Yeah, long neck Glennon is as I like to call him. Long neck Glennon. I mean, shit. I mean, the only one capable backup they ever had was Teddy Bridgewater,
and he's more of like a mid quarterback anyway too. There's been a few times where he played great, but the team only wins like 3 games or 4 games.
Absolutely.
Now, they had a team to win more than that under Teddy, but the problem is, I don't think he has a clutch gene. Tua, he has somewhat of a clutch gene, but not really. But also, too, you got to look at it from this standpoint, too, because I watched a video on this. I forgot what creator it was. They completely changed the whole philosophy. Because
that is true.
The head coach, he ditched the motion plays. Completely ditches the motion plays, and now Tua has to throw from the pocket.
It's definitely not Mike McDaniel, because I remember Mike McDaniel uses a lot of motion concepts.
No, this is Mike McDaniel, because Mike McDaniel. Hold on, that is Mike McDaniel, because he's still there. He completely ditched what was working. At that point,
which is ridiculous.
I would have looked at him and said, "You better bring back what worked for you guys, or you're fired." Because whatever the hell you tried to do, getting rid of the motion plays, it's not working now. What was working for you, you took it away. If it wasn't broke, there's a saying it goes, "If it ain't broke, don't fix it." You try fixing something that wasn't broke.
And here's another thing too, Tyler, too. I want to piggyback off of that too. It's like, as you said, pointed out too, it's like the fact when they got rid of it, like they became so one-dimensional, like they became fucking predictable of what they were trying to do.
Completely predictable.
I mean, Tyreek Hill looked like complete dog shit.
He took a huge step back.
I mean, same with Jalen Waddle. Jalen Waddle took a bit of a step back this year.
The whole offense took a huge step back in Miami. Took a huge step back. It was bad.
Because all you did was got rid of. I'm sorry, but this is what pisses me. And I'm going to be one of those Well, I'm, and I know I'm going to sound like a hypocrite here, but at times I'm one of those guys that's like, at times I'm 50-50 on like firing head coaches. Yeah, I know, yes. Sue me because I did call for Sirianni's head at one point, and I apologize for that. But anyways,
here's my thing. Sirianni had his flaws early in the season, so that's why I understand people were saying, "Oh, we needed to fire him. He's not a great head coach." The thing is, though, once he realized, look, I'm a motivator. I am not a play caller. Because some head coaches, they don't know how to call plays, but they motivate the team well enough, which that's fine. Certain head coaches coach that way, and they're good at coaching that way. Like, look at
like me.
Look at me. If I was a head coach somewhere, I would not call plays. I don't even know what gun right tight, whatever the hell play call, shit to call. I don't even know any of that shit means. That's alien to me. Even when coaches like on their shows, or I think one time Drew Brees tried to explain it, what these calls mean. I'm like, I don't. It still sounds really alien to me. So really, I would be a motivator. Like, yo, you need to play hard, you need to play tough, stuff like that. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, gun right tight, run gun right tight, or this player that. Like, I'm not doing that because I don't know what any of that shit means.
Because you and I will be simple doing like Matt say, go 4 verticals or like a double
run the ball. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say as a coach. Run the ball.
Run it again. I mean, but and here's the thing too. It's like,
Hey, have you seen that? No, remember, that clip from that one show that Fox released about the Eagles fans, the animated comedy?
Oh yeah. The animated show.
Run the ball. Run it again.
I mean, yeah. And it's kind of crazy. No, my thing is too, like, look, I'm not, like, to Dolphins fans, like, my question is to y'all, how much longer are you going to keep Mike McDaniel? Because if McDaniel does this shit again, his seat's got to get hot at some point. Because holy crap.
It's starting to, like, heat up. It's not warm yet. It's starting to heat up. If this continues, I would give this another 2 to 3 years. If this continues, gone.
If this is the same shit he does in that time frame, you got to cut your losses. Because
at this point, you got Mike McDaniels to fix the damn culture. Yeah, he fixed it for a good 2 years, but then he completely fucks it up by getting rid of motion plays.
Exactly, and the fact that you
have 2 outstanding receivers in Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle.
And you have a guy who's running it with David A. and Raheem Mostert. And that's crazy enough, as to say. But the fact of the matter is, and here's another thing too that I've noticed with McDaniel too. He doesn't want to run the ball at times, and that would fucking hurt him too.
That's also what kills him too. It's because not only are they getting rid of motion plays, which completely confuses the defense, which is smart. You completely you abandon the damn run.
And this is no wonder why I've heard a lot of from Dolphins fans have had it with this franchise. Like I feel bad for the fan base. It's like for a team that has this much talent and have a coach that somehow can't get whatever the fuck somehow get completely abandons what needs to be, what made it work in the first place. I would be frustrated as fucking hell too. Like I'll be able to be going as far as like, fire this guy, fire that guy, and have legit reasons behind it. And that's besides.
But I do disagree with this, Juice. I don't think they need to fire, or they don't need to have Tua retire. He gets hurt. I think what needs to happen is the guy needs to start sliding. That's another issue, with his team and him getting hurt. He likes to dive head first.
Like, dude, slide.
dude, slide. You're not going to get hurt that way. You know, like,
Shit.
you're diving head first. Here's the thing. The defender's coming from in front of you, and you decide to go head first into the motherfucker, and he's running at you full speed.
Despite the fact you had a concussion history. Like, seriously.
You had three Dude, he has had... I would not do a guardian cap. Them things are fucking ugly as shit. Now, and also it's been proven the guardian caps don't work. The thing is, though, the motherfucker needs to learn how to slide. He needs to slide. That's the reason why. That's what quarterbacks have done, and what the league has implemented to where it alleviates concussions. Because back in the day, quarterback did not slide. They did what Tua did. Half of them now got CTE. So, I would say, dude, you got to slide. You got to slide to it. Because I know you don't want to retire. You don't want to see a young quarterback retire. You got to slide.
Because, good Lord, it's concerning because it's kind of crazy as last year since we talked about the Dolphins. Because, good Lord, there was even obviously with the last couple of years, they've been kind of in like the negative limelight when it came to the concussion issue.
It's because of how they treated the first concussion. Because it usually takes a full week for a concussion to heal.
I mean, Thursday Night Football, anybody?
That's exactly what I was going to get to. He got concussed on a Sunday. They played him on a Thursday. See the issue?
That's like that's a 4-day time span. It's like, dude,
a week is 5 days. See the issue?
From Sunday to Thursday?
A week is 7 days, mind you. A week is 7 days.
And you did that in less than that.
You did it in 4.
And the fact he had Chris Nowinski, who explained it, the dude had to go through a fucking fencing position. The dude got knocked the fuck out. And I'm not trying to make a joke about it. It's like,
and the thing is, though, a fencing position, that's a really bad concussion.
Hey,
you have your minor concussion to where it's like you don't go into fencing position, but you're knocked the fuck out.
You kind of like stumble a little bit.
You stumble a bit. You're able to walk off the field.
Yeah.
But with Tua,
oh my god,
he had a concussion so bad that it inactivated his nerves in his arms to just go into this fencing position.
Dude, I will tell you this too. When I saw this, my heart sunk.
When I saw him go into that fencing position, I'm like, this is really bad.
Yeah, that's bad.
I'm like, this is really bad. And I'm not even a doctor. I don't even know an extent to a concussion is. But I knew when that play happened, that's really bad.
It's like, man, this kid. Look, the kid has talent. Don't get me wrong, but the fact of the matter is, he's. I don't know who his quarterback coach is. He needs to he needs to be coached on how to slide feet first. Why do you think? And I don't want to compare it to, but why do you think Jalen Hurts made the, no, actually, no, I take that back. Because Jalen Hurts already knew how to slide feet first. But I'm saying the fact that, he needs to take notes from his former Alabama teammate and Jalen Hurts know how to slide feet first. Knowing that, because...
And this is why I say there's no excuse for Tua as well, is because I'm sure Saban fucking taught him how to slide. And didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't implement it. Yes, he has the toughness that, Saban was looking for, and he still has that toughness, but problem is, he's too tough. He decides, I'm just going to go head first.
And the fact
there's a fine line between being tough and being stupid.
Sliding head first is being stupid.
Sliding head first is being stupid, yeah.
Because I don't mind the toughness, which is actually nice to have. But like Tyler said, it's like the way we seen Tua just want to go. Hell, I remember, I can't remember which week it was, but the dude dove head first, oh my God, are you stupid? Have you not learned? It's like, as the saying goes, okay, here's another one. He pretty much fucked around, and he pretty much said, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And that's basically what Tua is in a nutshell. If he decides
you fucked around, you found out, now you're concussed.
And the fact that this continues to happen.
It continues to happen because he does not know. He does not slide feet first. He doesn't even dive. The thing is, though, he doesn't even slide head first. He dives head first.
Absolutely.
So you're mid-air, you're getting hit correctly in the fucking head, and you're getting slammed to the ground.
And look, I know, and I'm pretty sure Tua's a nice guy, but at some point he's got to.
Dude, yeah.
Because was he, 26, 27, somewhere around there, mid-20s?
Let me look.
So I'm not entirely too sure. Because
he is 26. He is my age. He is my age, Rob.
So
he is a month.
I'm going to put this. So I'm going to put this in a hypothetical for everyone that's listening or watching out there as well. If Tua continues to do what he's doing and continue to get the concussion and unfortunately getting concussed, at some point he's got to start questioning himself, like, how much more can I take and before he magically retires? So I mean, shoot, why do you think Luke Kuechly retired? 3 concussions. That's all it took for Luke Kuechly to retire at 28 years old. Was 3 concussions. Nice. And I know everyone talks about this a lot too. If it weren't for that Vontaze Burfict hit on Anthony, why I almost went and said Anthony Brown. I mean, Antonio Brown. Wrong. Hey. Anyways, like, I think Antonio Brown would have been a lot different than what he is now. Because I still think he might have something.
There's slight, like, inklings that this man might be, under that CTE umbrella.
And for those. Like, the dude was a fantastic receiver prior to that perfect hit. Like, the dude, and it sucks to see it. Like, it seems like NFL is not doing much to anything to help with concussion protocol.
They are. They actually are. They implemented this whole concussion thing where it's like, and I think it's because of that Tua thing where they played him prematurely, where it's like, you can't come back until you pass tests to come back.
Oh, dude. And I'll tell you, the one time on the show, because Tyler could attest to it too, I was livid. At the Miami Dolphins.
We both were. I was pissed too.
I was like, and that's the thing too, is like.
And what pisses me off about that Tua situation, and Chris Nowinski said this too. There was a high chance, because he played 4 days after a concussion and not a week like he's supposed to on Thursday Night Football, there was a high chance this man could have died on the field.
Yeah, we could have seen this kid get killed on the gridiron.
We could have seen this guy die because of this.
Because all the Dolphins were desperate is to get a win. For the love of all that is holy, screw the win. Protect your fucking quarterback. That's all I'm saying. Like, look, and I know I sound very protective, and I am, because holy crap, because I feel the Dolphins, when you're looking from a medical perspective on how they do things, a couple years ago, like, yeah, they were fucking incompetent as all goddamn hell. Like, now, yeah, it was your stupidity to let Tua play on Thursday night for the NFL to change the concussion protocol the way that it is now. So, good job, Miami, you bunch of idiots.
Now, look what happened with Hurts. He didn't play for 2 weeks.
Because
if it was last year, they would have let him come back after a week. Without this new rule that they mandated for this year, which I love that the league did that for this year.
Yeah,
they mandated this rule. They mandated this rule because of the Tua situation.
Because I think it looks like, because if you're after a week, because the whole thing is what, it's about a week. If you do clear it and then you go back to practice, like, that's when you can finally come out of concussion protocol.
It's usually a week to 2 weeks, but really I think it is just in fact 2 weeks to make sure you're actually free and clear of the concussion.
Which I think Philly was smart enough to do so.
Because it took Jalen Hurts to come back for 2 weeks. It took him 2 weeks to come back.
That is also true, Juice. Like, because I've never had a concussion, but you need rest. That is absolutely fucking true.
Yeah, and it's not like we suggest you get rest, and
No, you need it.
You need it flat out, just like Juice just said in the comments. The way he typed it out, capital need. You need the emphasis on that word. You need rest. You need treatment, and that's the problem. And the doctors figured this out. They got on the NFL's ass about it. Chris Nowitzki included got on the league's ass about it. Rightfully so.
And he knows better than anybody because, I mean, remember, this guy's pro wrestling career. Specialist. Yeah, because unfortunately, his career got ended by a concussion. And that kind of really worked. But moving on.
His wrestling career ended because of a concussion. And so he's like, you know what? I'm going to study up on concussions. I'm going to make sure this doesn't happen to any other athlete in any sport ever again.
Because I know he did talk about with the thing with Tua, though, because there was like I don't know what symptom it was, or like the after effects. Because like Tyler pointed out too, it's like I can never remember the damn name for it. It's like something like some post concussion syndrome or something like that. But anyways, moving on to not the Commanders.
Yes, you actually are right.
It's post-concussion syndrome?
It's post-concussion syndrome, where you can't do any strenuous activity until that ends. But the thing is, though, post-concussion syndrome, if you get that because you played through a concussion and you got hit again while you're in a concussed state,
not great.
I read up on it. After he had mentioned it on like an interview or something, and I'm like, "Oh shit!" There was a chance that Tua could have died from this, and that's when I was like,
"Yeah, Juice, that is also true too." Because when he multiple blows to the head,
Benoit.
Oh God, I know I hate.
You know for a fact nowadays people are like, oh, he didn't do it, and Kevin Sullivan did it, and all that conspiracy bullshit. What I think happened, the motherfucker got CTE. Sometimes when people get CTE, when some people get CTE, they go crazy. They go nuts.
And, I wrote. And unfortunately, here's a name that I think a lot of people tend to forget: Junior Seau. Anybody before he offed himself?
Well, Junior Seau didn't murder anybody. He just he was depressed.
I know.
But I'm talking about the people that get concussions so bad and they get the CTE so bad where they kill somebody.
And the fact and that is true. Like you can see the difference in brain activity because it's like you're looking because okay, let me put it this way. I think is somewhat easier. Like, say if I took multiple concussions and everybody would see my brain scans, at 28, should be 28 years old. Like, if my brain looks like an 82-year-old's, like that's concerning. Like that's definitely.
Also, how I know that the motherfucker might have had CTE as well, Chris Benoit, is the fact Juice just said it. He snapped out of that state for a minute. He saw what happened. He couldn't take it, and he offed himself.
Yeah,
because he knew. Because he knew, he was like, "Holy shit! I just killed my family."
Yeah,
and he just ended it. But back to the whole Eagles Chiefs thing. We kind of got on a tangent there. Because of the CTE thing.
But I mean, it was, even though I actually didn't have that in my notes, but actually that was an important, interesting topic that we actually had to discuss too, and especially with how the NFL is now actually doing a better job of handling concussions than they were in the past.
I will say this: the league has done a bang up job with that, and I hope that rule continues. I really do. It's one of the rules.
Good Lord. Because we don't need another Junior Seau incident where we're seeing a high spike in depression, and but moving on.
Need that. But back to the Eagles and Chiefs.
Yeah. So the thing is too, because there's a lot more where you have them a lot more to discuss on the show. I know people say, "Oh no," because it's like because obviously this was a rematch of 2022. However, when you look at the roster construction from both, it is
we're way better.
Well, offensively,
we're way better. We're way better on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, which is crazy enough.
Because I looked at the numbers, like the stats, overall stats of both teams, right? But I looked at one side of the field specifically, and that is the defensive side of the ball. We were ranked number 2 in 2022 in defense. Where are we now, Rob? We're number 1.
Number 1 in both run and
number
pass
1.
defense.
Both statistical categories. Run and pass. Run and pass. Both number 1. We were number 2 in both categories in 2022.
And here's the thing, too, that's improved, too, if you look at from between 2022 now, our linebackers have been playing much better. We have a better linebacking core. 2022, not so goddamn much.
The reason, now people could say, oh, we lost because of the holding call. Honestly, I look back at the play, yeah, Bradbury held. He held.
Yeah, you held.
He held, and he admitted he held. But before that, the linebackers weren't good. A lot of the stuff that was over the middle of the field just were constantly getting open.
Absolutely.
And they drove down that field. I know, they tied up the game after that and the holding call, and people claim that it wasn't holding, which it was. I rewatched it. It was. Even Bradbury admitted it after the game. Yes, I held. He didn't go out and say, oh, that was a bad call. He said, no, it was a good call. I held. I messed up.
Yeah, the dude took accountability. Said, look, I fucked up for us.
He said, look, I messed up. If he says he held, if he said he held. Did
you see the little of a jersey tug?
You see the jersey tug. He grabbed hold of that jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he only just held him in the back. He saw
still
the
hold regardless.
It was still a hold.
But
sure. And honestly, he shouldn't have grabbed him at all because Mahomes overthrew it.
Mm-hmm.
So he wasn't going to catch it anyway. But that's the past.
Anyways.
We let the past be the past. But we got better linebackers. We can stop we can stop that sort of run to the end zone for like that last minute. We can stop it.
Thing is too, and also our secondary got better too.
Look at our safeties. Our safeties are fucking awesome. We got Gardner Johnson back, who did play in 22 in that game. But we also have Reed Blankenship, who is a young, spry safety who's really good. We also got the Caucasian cornerback, Cooper DeJean. On the other side, we got Quintanamo Bay. We got Quintanamo Bay. Quinyon Mitchell. We got him.
Absolutely.
We got Slay, who's been playing like prime Slay.
Which is shocking to say, because of the fact that this is going to could be his last game before he hangs up the spikes. Shoot, I'm Slay, I'm going. Like, if you want to go end your career with a bang,
I'm going hard.
Yeah,
pause.
End it with the Super Bowl ring.
Yeah,
but and to the Chiefs though, I know it's kind of crazy to say. Like, I think what people are like, I kind of get why people kind of hate the Chiefs over time. It's like how we dealt with the Patriots throughout the fucking 2000s. Like, they say they just keep winning. It's getting annoying.
That's the thing, man. Like, the thing is, though, they're so annoyed. They're so annoyed with them winning, they try to find an excuse to make it seem like the league is at fault.
But really just like their team can't even get better.
First, they're blaming the refs. Then they're blaming the refs. Then they're blaming Taylor freaking Swift of all people. Like, huh?
I mean, think about it. As much as I don't mind Taylor Swift.
No. It's they've won before she even got there.
Well, no, because here's what I'm saying. Because saying this too, because like Taylor Swift brought in the younger fans to look at the NFL product.
Oh, it's the fucking issue with that. That's the thing. But
anyways, but I'm just.
Does it get annoying that they show her 15 times? But that's not her. It's the media. But she's not the reason why they're winning. They've won before she even got there. You know,
absolutely. I mean,
they're winning since 2020.
I mean, you still got the. I mean, she got the greatest head coach of all time.
Yep. You have the greatest defensive coordinator. You have one of the greatest defensive coordinators and Coach Spags.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
I mean, for a guy that actually. Because here's the thing with Spags, too. It's like, if you look at his time as a head coach, he was not that great as a head coach. But when he got to become a defensive coordinator, he turned that shit around quickly. And I think this is another thing, too. I think the Eagles, also had the.
The thing is, too, we dealt with that. We're dealing with that, too. If we're talking about that, look at Vic Fangio. Terrible head coach. Terrible.
But defensive coordinator, fucking fantastic.
Fucking money.
Because when I first saw that we're bringing Vic Fangio, like, I don't know about this. Because obviously, and take it from me entirely, because we did call his scheme outdated. And boy, how we were fucking wrong.
But here's the thing, though. He literally created that scheme. He's the only guy that could do it. Only guy that could do it.
And
but now there's been some coaches that did there's been some coaches that did like a hybrid style, zone and man.
Yeah.
You know, but I feel like really Coach Vic Fangio is just, he's the father of it. He knows how to do it.
And he did come out and say, because after this year, like, this is like, he's taking no more coaching spots. Shoot, I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that too.
If he does end his coaching career as an Eagle, I'm okay with that. But that's the thing too. It's like, I'm excited for the Super Bowl because I want to get my fucking lick back, you greedy bastards. But in the end, it's like, because Lord, if we can give the Chiefs belt to ass, oh God, that's not good Lord, we're gonna be insufferable.
They're too good. Here's my thing. We're not gonna do that.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, like, hypothetical wise.
It's because the reason why I say this is because they're too damn good.
Yeah. But really, I could say, at best, I mean, it's definitely going to be a one-score affair if you look at it from a realistically.
Now, and I know people are going to come at me and say, "Oh, but look at 2020. The fucking Tampa Bay Buccaneers did it." Before 2020, the Chiefs were not making the fucking Super Bowl. So
the Chiefs were banged up in the Super Bowl.
They were banged up. They didn't have an offensive line because half of the offensive line was banged up. But you also did not have an experienced quarterback who played in the Super Bowl. Now is different. Now it's different because in 2024, now you have a seasoned quarterback who has played and won Super Bowls. And you also have a healthy offensive line, a pretty damn good defense, and the fact, and they have good coaching.
I mean, you got one of the greatest play callers in Andy fucking Reid. I'm just saying. And there's another thing, too, which, for those who kind of get to know me entirely a little bit, too. Like, even though, as much as we hate everybody else, there's just certain players or coaches that used to coach for us. It's hard to hate.
Here's my thing. People hate the Chiefs. There's been other fans that aren't Eagles fans that hate Andy Reid. For me, I can't hate Andy. I can't. Dude, I refuse to hate Andy Reid. I'm sorry. The guy brought so much success to them. I know when he was here, they didn't amount to rings like it has in Kansas
City.
Like, come on. But the thing is, though, he brought us to multiple NFC championships.
And the thing is, too, it's like
a Super Bowl appearance, and he was just a solid head coach. He was like our longest tenured in the 2000s before he got fired in 2012.
Yeah,
and yet it took him a minute to win Super Bowls. It took him a minute because he didn't win the Super Bowl until 2021, 22.
2021.
It was actually 2021.
No. Yeah, because Pat Mahomes was set behind Alex Smith. What 2? No, because because Alex Smith was already there, wasn't he?
Hold on, Rob. Jesus. When Andy Reid got there, Rob, when he got there, Alex Smith was there. Because once Andy Reid got there, they got Alex Smith from the Niners. Because the Niners were trying to move on and have Kaepernick, which worked for a while, and then it kind of didn't.
Yeah,
but they traded for Alex Smith. And then 2016, 2017, they got Mahomes. And then they moved on from, Alex Smith to Mahomes. But in the Alex Smith era, they were still just an okay football team. Like, they were winning, divisions. But they weren't out here winning number 1 seeds in the AFC, winning like 2 to 3 Super Bowls like they are now. Now with Mahomes,
or the fact they've been to 7 straight at AFC title games.
Exactly.
I'm going to say, I'm going to say it. As much as I don't know, Mahomes likes to bitch and complain a lot, but I still think he's going to have when it's all said and done, by the time his career is wrapped up. I think he's going to take the GOAT mantle off of Brady. Sorry, this is the way I'm looking at it.
I think
what Mahomes is doing
Here's my thing.
Maybe
I'm going to wait until Mahomes wins maybe 6 to 7, maybe 8 championships. Because I feel like, if you surpass Brady in that, you're the GOAT. You're the de facto GOAT.
Because, the
stats are there. The stats are there because he is leading the stats over Tom Brady's entire career. The only thing he doesn't have is the rings, like the same amount of rings. And that's what I'm saying.
It's impressive.
He needs to win at least 6, and that's what I'm saying, Juice. He needs to win 6 or more rings to surpass Brady and to win records and take the records that Brady had. Which he has a long career to do.
It is. The fact that this dude is doing everything, at age 28 or 29, in his age 28, 29 season, the fact he's doing a lot more than what, that's kind of crazy too. The fact that he's been in his 4th, this is what, Kansas City's 4th?
Wait, hold on.
4th, I think it might have been 4th.
All right, Kansas City Chiefs. Super Bowl wins, Super Bowl appearances. They have 6, but a few of them have been like way back in the freaking 60s.
Okay,
they've been 6 Super Bowls.
The fact that
oh no, they went to the 1 in 2020, and then the next year. Wait, Super Bowl 52 was in 2017. So why is it Super Bowl 52?
That's 4 in the Mahomes era.
No, they've been to 4 championships. They've only won 3 so far. Because they lost 53 to Tom Brady in the Bucks.
Yeah.
They went back in Super Bowl 54, won that one, and then they beat us, and then they beat who was it? No, the next year. I know they beat us.
Oh,
in 57. But then they won
it was a rematch between them and the Niners, and the Niners choked away that one again.
Yep.
So either way, in the Mahomes era, they've been to the Super Bowl 4 times, but they won 2. And it's crazy enough to say that, like, Brady didn't win I know that there was a stats on it, but I can't remember what it was. But it'll come back to me. But I still think it's impressive what Mahomes is doing more than what Brady has done. The further that Brady has done in over 2 decades, which is insane to say. But moving on from the Super Bowl previews and stuff like that. So Chuck Pagano, is anybody that name sound familiar to anybody?
I'll be back, brother.
Whoever thought this man would actually you're good. But with Chuck Pagano unretiring from just coming out of retirement to join John Harbaugh's staff, which I'm interesting to see because I can see why Pagano decided to go to Baltimore because I mean the Baltimore secondary play was, I mean, especially if you look at the down the stretch, not the best. Because I mean, look, as talented as that defense is, I just believe it's just I think they just need the right experienced guy to help. I would say guide the secondary because, good Lord, if anyone's going to watch any of the Ravens games, throughout this entire year. And you can tell, like, the secondary just has been getting, especially down the stretch, where they're just getting torched. Like, becoming, like, burnt toast, so to speak. And, seeing what Chuck Pagano, actually, I'll give you, nope. Come on, hit the keyboard. Anyways. But shoot. I mean, this is the same man who was the defensive coordinator for the Bears in 2019. God, how did the Bears? Of course, the Bears went 4th in the NFC North, but he was the head coach for the Colts from 2012 to 2017. Actually was not bad. Obviously he was second in the NFC South. Actually, I need to see something really quick. Nope. Even though we could talk about the Colts which we did talk about the Colts last week on this show. But yeah, so Chuck Pagano is going to be their senior secondary coach because, like I said, their secondary was ranked in terms of Pat yards. So obviously, Pagano was retired for 4 years. Obviously, coming out of retirement to return to Baltimore, which he was served in defensive coordinator in 2011. He will help a Ravens defense that allowed 237.4 yards passing per game, which was 26 in the NFL. But yeah, that goes back to my point that their pass defense and their secondary work, especially down the stretch, especially this entire year, has not been great. For as talented as what Baltimore has. Because, good Lord, we can talk on the Baltimore Ravens all damn day because obviously there's some greats with this franchise. While just really, Because, I mean, if you're Baltimore, I just need to really, because if this doesn't work out, I don't think it's the coaching problem. I think it's just probably the personnel problem. Because there's no way in hell. Because, yeah, I know a lot of the blame is going to be shifted onto John Harbaugh, which at times I think he should deserve most of the blame because, A, This dude has not won anything since 2013. It was the last time they won the Super Bowl, for one. And for two, god damn. I don't know. It really, I kind of imagine how frustrated it is, especially especially any Ravens fans for that matter, to really have to put up with that nonsense. But I don't know. But that bill being said, it is going to be interesting to see how what do you call it, of how Baltimore's going to do or fare with Chuck Pagano. Actually, that kind of gives me a little something, because I want to see something really quick. So I'm trying to see how did he. Give me a second, y'all. Because, I mean, with Pagano's experience as when he was a defensive coordinator, runs a 3-4 scheme that's an aggressive attacking style. But really looking at it, I'm trying to see something really quick. Yeah, so obviously not too bad from a defensive minded guy like Pagano, especially when it was with the 20 third. Huh. Okay. Yeah, but when he was with the Bears in 2020, their defense ranked 8th overall, 9th in running and passing, and 4th in total points allowed. So this guy Pagano can help turn this Baltimore defense into top 5, top 10 defense in the NFL, especially from a secondary perspective, where you got guys like Kyle Van Noy, who I've seen where I think he had some interest, had met with skepticism when that. So I want to see something really quick but yeah, obviously with the but yeah. But and it's also like good feelings too for Kyle Van Noy, but yeah. But Kyle Van Noy also talked about that he likes having a guy like Pagano in Baltimore, because saying, he's the man. He has that old school juice, which that that you need to have in the building. I think that's some of the Ravens, which is true. I mean, when you're looking at the Ravens as a whole, like their defense, talent wise, it's there, but you just need that old school style of way of swarming getting after the quarterback, which, well, I'm just hoping it actually does work out for Pagano and the Ravens, because if not, that would be an embarrassment to the Ravens. Well, hopefully Tyler's okay at that same point. But anyways, I want to give a quick shout out to everyone who's been in the chat. Shout out to Juice, Arku, who was in here earlier. Just shout out to everyone who's tuning into the show as well, which we do. Like I said, we do weekly every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern time, or for our West Coast people, or 3 p.m. on the West Coast. So if you guys love to talk sports, I did post it on the community tab, and also follow me on Twitter, because obviously, for those who do have it, drop your top conversation as well below, and then we'll definitely talk about it on the show. 100%. Kind of give everyone, kind of give you guys see what you guys can come up with. We'll shout out to Chad Schrader, who was here about an hour ago. But just shout out to everyone, though. And also, too, yeah, we're also coming to you live from Twitter and Twitch as well, not just the YouTube space. But for those who are here, make sure you guys hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Make sure to ring that notification bell for all post notifications. And you guys will be instantly notified when either myself and Tyler will be live pretty much every day. So, and there's going to be certain days we might post an update here and there, not, if we're not feeling up to doing a stream at the moment. But really this year, especially in sports, has been, it has been interesting for those who are baseball fans, basketball, NBA, and also too the WNBA as well, which we'll talk more on that. Speaking of which, as well, because that'll be the last thing we're going to be wrapping up off the show. But let me see any more comments to go over. Oh shit! Hopefully, Tyler's. But that all being said, let's hear a quick word. Nope, that's the wrong tab. Let's hear from a quick word from our sponsors. Have you thought about saving money on tickets, whether it's sporting events, concerts, wrestling events, etc.? Use my promo code PhillySports at checkout to save $20 off your order. That is PhillySports, Philly Sports, to save $20 off. If you're a Twitch streamer, late night gamer, or YouTuber, check out W Energy. It's the perfect pick-me-up for every occasion, so why not try it for yourself? Go to w.gg and use the promo code SportsWrestle10 at checkout to save 10% off your order. Golfers and sports enthusiasts, it's time to take your game to the next level with Shankit Golf. Shop at shankitgolf.com and use promo code SportsWrestle15 to get 15% off your order and free shipping on orders over $100. If you're a top-tier high school or college athlete, a veteran in the men's league, coaches needing uniforms, or even an enthusiastic little leaguer needing bats, gloves, batting gloves, etc., we got you covered. Right now, you can give your performance an extra boost by entering the promo code SportsWrestle10 at checkout so you can save 10% off your entire order. Are you looking to make a statement with your very own custom jersey? Go to...
I'm back.
All right. So, obviously, I was talking about, with Pagano coming to the Baltimore Ravens, who their secondary, I can say, looked like Swiss cheese down the stretch. The fact that this man came out of retirement, been the last time he ever coached in the NFL was in 2020 with the Bears, who actually was not bad, had a top 10 defense in 2020.
They did.
So, a couple more football topics, and then we'll get to some WNBA talk, because obviously with WNBA free agency kind of getting up, starting to heat up. But the one thing, there's a couple things too. It's like, obviously with I gotta look till the Commanders. Well, I've been impressed of what I've seen from the team in year one of this rebuild. To see, Jane Daniels comes as advertised, which, obviously love to see that. And, kind of, and there's a lot of things to, not saying there's not a lot of things to fix, but you got to tweak that defense. The run defense, I'll say tweak that a little bit. But really, I'll say Commanders don't have that really much to that, but the fact that you stuck it up to Dan Snyder and you pissed him off, it's like, because I was like, we like to win so much. Like, shoot. Technically, dance to Mr. Snyder. This was your fault. This is what happens when you don't hold back the franchise. And also rode with a guy like RG3 after with your crappy heel.
I'll be back again, by the way.
Oh, Lord.
Back again. I'll come back in first.
Damn. Either way. But yeah, and it's crazy enough to see a team like the Commanders. Still, to me, I still think they're still the Redskins to me. I could care less what anybody thinks about that. But to see this team actually went as far as they did, that's impressive in its own right. And I know me and Tyler talked about this once before, last week on the show, but I still think it is impressive to talk about the future of the Washington Commanders now looking bright for the first, finally. Coming out of the shadows of having a guy like Dan Snyder owning the damn team. And it's really crazy to see where, you got to finally get your legit franchise QB, not have a bridge QB like Sam Howell, which, no disrespect to Howell, but to see, Jaden Daniels actually comes as advertised, out of college, obviously Terry McLaurin, I like that. But I will say, McLaurin is definitely going to need, I will admit, from a division rival, that he does need help on the outside because Diami Brown, it's not really going to get it done. I still think if I'm Washington, I definitely will go after a receiver. Probably, I think they're going to. Now the question is, I still think Washington is going to address probably defense, but I won't be surprised if they would go with a receiver, which where are they? Let me see where.
Anyway, what are we talking about again, Rob?
Kind of touch about what we talked about last week on the Washington Commanders, sticking it to Dan Snyder a little bit.
Listen, because I'm past the Dan Snyder thing. You were not my wall, dude.
That's a big falls mode.
Psycho.
So, and other news. So, unfortunately, to Ravens fans, oh boy, yeah. Oh my God, Justin Tucker. Oh boy,
you're a real piece of work, bud.
For those who are wondering,
just saying.
Like, have you not learned from the Deshaun Watson situation?
Dude, like, I fucking swear. I fucking swear with that motherfucker. You're out here. You were out here. You're out here. You did the same fucking shit Deshaun did. He sexually assaulted a masseuse. He did the same. He did the same thing. 6 masseuses. 6 of them.
Which is
fucking idiot.
Jeez.
Fucking idiot.
And not just that. And that's another thing too. What I've hard was like. First of all, what pro athlete needs like multiple massage therapists? Stick to one. It ain't that difficult. I'm just saying.
The thing is, though, the reason for the multiple masseuses is to enact this heinous crime. Because, it's to cover their tracks. That's all it is, Rob. The thing is, though, you're not covering your tracks. You're making the shit worse.
Which is kind of crazy to say. So, obviously, Jameson Henley, who put the news out, so that I say Ravens kicker Justin Tucker is accused of inappropriate sexual behavior by 6 massage therapists in the Baltimore area, according to the investigation by the Baltimore Banner. Tucker's conduct, according to the article posted by the Banner on Thursday, caused some therapists to refuse to work with him again, resulting in 2 spots banning him from returning. The allegations reported occurred between 2012 and 2016, which were Tucker's first 5 seasons in the NFL.
So put it this way. This started when they won the fucking Super Bowl.
In a way, if you think about it, yeah.
So this started in 2012 when they won the Super Bowl, and now Oh my god, dude, you're such an idiot.
This shit
Justin
God.
Justin Tucker, you're a damn idiot, dude.
This is basically what he said on X too, and according from this article as well. Throughout my career as a professional athlete, I always taught myself to conduct with the utmost professionalism, which is now that's going to be a load of bullshit. When he posted on Twitter on Thursday,
it's nothing but bullshit. It's nothing but bullshit at this point.
Right? Yeah, I mean, yeah, but he also want to say, "quote I have never been accused of any misconduct of any kind, and I never have been accused of acting inappropriately in front of a massage therapist or during a massage therapy session or other body work." And he also goes into the post in that said the article takes innocuous or ambiguous interactions and skews them out of proportions. Even though that's a lot of big words coming out of my mouth because knowing how I stutter over fucking big words, so suck it. That they are no longer recognizable. This is desperate tabloid fodder. Now Tucker could be subject to discipline under the personal conduct policy, but obviously the league spokesperson Brian McCarthy said, "We first became aware of the allegations from the report investigating the story as they were not previously shared with the NFL. We take any allegations seriously and will look into the matter." And the Ravens, who issued a statement, said, "We take any allegations seriously, of this nature seriously, and will continue to monitor the situation. Anyway, so
all I've got to say is if it ends up being true when it's investigated and it comes out that it's being true,
here's the same punishment as Deshaun.
Justin Tucker. No, I think he should not have the same punishment as Deshaun. The league needs to do better with that. The league needs to do better with that. I don't even think Deshaun needs to play football because of what he did.
Which is kind of crazy.
I think they need to make the right move. Ban him from the league.
Just watch the NFL. Oh, they should.
Take his
because good lord. But like, seriously, like this is what. Look, this is why. Look, me, I prefer being an average Joe because at least us average most have common sense. I swear, it seems like the fame of fortune. Like,
yeah, I was gonna get to that.
It gets to your fucking head. It's like the fact you have no morals and values is like that's all out the fucking window. Like, son of a bitch, dude.
It's some of these athletes or celebrities or whoever gets famous. They let it get to their heads and they think because they're famous they're above the law. They're not,
and that ain't happening.
Hate to break it to you, the rules still apply.
Yeah,
hate to break it to you, bud.
But, anyways. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I had a burp coming on.
Also, as of 7 hours ago, Rob, there's going to be another WNBA team. Coming.
Yeah, I know the Tempo, which I think that's the Toronto.
No, that's not the team. This is as of 7 hours ago.
Holy shit!
They're calling them the Tennessee Summit.
I did. Oh yeah, actually, I want to talk about that before we get to the all-season thing. Shoot, why the fuck not?
Yeah, and it's fronted by two country singers.
Yeah,
it's fronted by two country singers, man.
You gotta love it,
bro. Gotta love it.
But yeah, so for those who are wondering, obviously, because obviously with the WNBA expanding, for the love of God, please Philly get one at some point. So Nashville put in a bid for a WNBA team to actually name it after probably one of the most legendary women's college basketball, well, outside of Dawn Staley and Pat Summitt, who any Tennessee Volunteer ladies basketball fans know who that is. So obviously they're trying to the Tennessee Nashville Summit. That's not bad.
It's not. If you're paying a homage to one of the best college coaches out there, come on, that's awesome.
Absolutely. So obviously, and this has come from the Associated Press. So the chairman of the NHL's Nashville Predators and his and his wife want to bring the WNBA to the Music City and have teamed up with the
Oh,
Field
come on. I got breaking news, Rob.
What the hell?
It ain't good either. It ain't good either.
Oh, Jesus.
Dwayne Wade has cancer.
Son of a bitch!
What the fuck, dude? He's having surgery.
2025, can you fuck off? We don't need this shit now. Like, come on now.
Oh, he was diagnosed, but he had surgery. It's not there anymore.
I was about to say.
It was past tense. Thank fucking God.
Yeah, thank God for that. But yeah, going back to what I was about to read before I got thrown off with that one.
Sorry.
Where did I? Oh, so with the Starfield investor group, including Candace Parker, Pro Football Hall of Fame quarterback Peyton Manning, and entertainers Tim McGraw, Faith Hill, and your country fans. If you know, you know.
You gotta love it, country fans. You gotta love it. You gotta love it, country fans.
But
you gotta love it.
So the group, led by Bill Haslam, the former Tennessee governor, submitted its bid to the WNBA on Thursday for a franchise that will start playing in 2028. The team would also be named the Tennessee Summit in honor of the late Pat Summit. Haslam said they were seeing how women's professional sports is, oh Jesus Christ, is emerging worldwide with a quote-unquote void. And he says, quote, "We believe in the WNBA team based in Nashville can serve as a beacon for girls, women, young and old across Tennessee, while also creating more opportunities for sports fans as our community continues to grow," Haslam said. But the Nashville does bid, also part of that bidding bids features to build a plan to build a practice facility for the WNBA team that would be used for youth basketball. And also Candace Parker, who spoke on it, saying in a statement, "Tennessee is the DNA for everything women's basketball." The three-time WNBA champ follows it up because obviously she did play under Pat Summitt for those who did not watch her in college. But saying, this is the real pinch me moment, who obviously won 2 national titles under Summit. If you know me, you know how important, impactful Coach Summit is on my life. Coach makes me the best version of myself as a mother, wife, daughter, sister, teammate, and person. I'm honored that we are submitting a bid to the WNBA today for a franchise to be named in her honor. Someone who also, unfortunately, God rest her soul, won 8 national championships. Unfortunately, passed for 2016 as the winningest Division I coach 4 years after retiring following her diagnosis on early onset dementia, Alzheimer's type. Jesus Christ, I cannot fucking read. But in short, shit, give Nashville one too. But obviously, a Tennessee native, Summit coached the Lady Vols for 38 years and had a career record of 1,098 wins, 208 losses in 38 seasons, plus 18 NCAA Final Four appearances. Her son Tyler, that's funny, noted his mother was a huge. Yeah, she has her son named Tyler.
Hero?
No. Tyler Summit. But her son Tyler noted that his mother was a huge advocate for women's sports and women in leadership, saying, quote, "I knew she would be proud and be honored to be included in the expansion of women's professional basketball into Tennessee." End quote. At the end of the day, oh, absolutely. I mean, seeing how far the ladies have come since in the last, well, at this point, I mean, seeing how the WNBA has helped change, has, adapted. It is actually interesting too. It's like, and I'm kind of glad that, like I said, I know we touched on it once before. I know we not really touched on it, but I'm kind of glad that, other teams try to put it in bids to have a WNBA franchise. Definitely Nashville for one. I mean, that was probably the one that I would have been my dark horse for one, if I'm going to be completely honest. But if they do get it, I'd be happy for Nashville because the one basketball team they had was the Memphis Grizzlies, but they haven't redone diddly poo. But looking at it as a whole,
I think since they only are doing like the Tennessee name, they're probably going to be based in Memphis. If you think about it, it probably is a Memphis Grizzly affiliate.
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Because usually when they make an expansion team, it's based off of like a tie-in to their NBA counterpart.
Right.
The only one that isn't is Vegas.
Yeah, that's true. Speaking of Vegas, actually, that brings me up to another thing too, which is kind of go over some of the all-season moves because obviously, given like the next few days before we see anything, because obviously February 1st is when these players actually sign their official contracts, from the free agency. So case in point, because obviously if you're talking about starting the all-season on a fucking high note, because where is it? So January, yeah, okay. So look at the very first like trade, I guess you could say, to kick off the all season was between us from Vegas, Seattle, and the Sparks. So obviously the first trade former, and obviously, God, I know that pains me to say I'm going to miss Kelsey Plum in a Vegas uniform, but yeah. I know Key's happy. However, now at least my video on Joey Lloyd has slightly not aged like sour milk. But hey, I'm fucking happy to get another scorer. But for the love of God, please get.
I'm happy that it's the fact that we didn't get fleeced. It was a win-win situation for us.
Yeah,
in that 3-team trade, because it was basically
Joey Lloyd even what
between us. It was. But between us, though, it was Jewel Lloyd and Kelsey Plum, a trade-off.
Yeah.
We didn't lose. We lost a piece, but we gained a piece.
But also, part of that package in the 3-team trade, the Storm are acquiring the number 2 pick in the 2025 WNBA draft, and forward Leah Yeru from the Sparks, as well as Vegas' 2026 first-rounder. But the Sparks received the 2025 number 9 pick and a 2022 rounder from Seattle. However, we do get number 13 from the LA Sparks in the 2025 WNBA draft. But this deal will be made official February 1st.
Right.
Obviously, as well, we see Brittany Griner, who, me and Tyler actually wanted to see how she would fit within Vegas. But did agree to a 1-year deal with the Dream, who... it's going to be interesting, though, in 2025, see her in a different uniform. But at the same time, where...
Yeah.
But I would say, not just the Dream Team, we see Connecticut Suns. God, I think they're blowing it up. It seems like Connecticut's already blowing it up in 2025. First base was freaking Alyssa Thomas with a walking triple-double. But the Phoenix Mercury... because this all started with the Mercury making a trade to acquire 5-time All-Star Alyssa Thomas from the Connecticut Sun. Part of that package, you had Natasha Cloud, Rebecca Allen, the number 12 pick in the 2025 draft, are headed to Connecticut for Alyssa Thomas. And also Taisha Harris is going to Phoenix as well with Alyssa Thomas. And then also have Brittany Griner going to the Dream, as I mentioned before.
Yeah.
And also... I mean, we see some couple familiar faces returning to their franchises. The one in particular that's still kind of surprising me a little bit, Courtney Vanderson going back to the Chicago Sky after winning a championship with the Liberty. That surprises me. Yeah, so it's going to be a 1-year deal. That is very surprising to see.
Yeah.
I mean, look, Sky fans, let us know. I am not entirely too sure how to feel on that. And obviously, as of today, we had Brianna Jones going to the Atlanta. I know. There's so the Atlanta Dream with currently that's the current move we have up to date. As of today, with Brianna Stewart signing with the Atlanta Dream. Jones, a 3-time All-Star who spent her entire career with the Connecticut Sun, where she was selected number 8 in 2017, emerged as a critical front court presence amid the run of 6 consecutive semifinal bursts, also earning 2021 most improved player, and 2022 Six Player of the Year awards. Holy fuck! Holy stroke, Batman. I apologize for that, but that's all we have currently up to date. Like I said, the next few days it's going to be who knows what's going to freaking happen. At the end of the day, I'm excited for the WNBA season. That being said, that is going to be like the last thing me and Tyler are going to be covering this week only here on the All Star Sports.
Now, are you sure we don't have anything other topics that we're missing?
I mean, you pretty much talked. Oh yeah, the only one NBA topic I know that's probably old news that Jimmy Butler was suspended indefinitely by the Miami Heat.
Yeah. But there is some breaking news right now.
Oh shit.
Terry Rozier is being investigated for a betting scheme in 2023.
Oh my god. What the fuck? Dude, what the hell was going on in sport? Again, Justin Tucker now getting accused. Then you had also, this is coming after the fact that now you have Terry Rozier getting investigated for a betting scandal.
I want to know of the validity of it, though.
Like, I don't believe that. My gut's telling me, because like I said, I'm going to hold that to a grain of salt at the end of the day.
Oh, no, it's real. It's real.
Oh, shit. Well, that's...
Via Sports Illustrated, it's real.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, he's under investigation by the U.S. government for alleged role of sports betting.
What the fuck, dude?
He's got the feds after him. Oh my god!
What the hell is this shit,
dude?
First of all, then you had freaking Michael Porter's brother got indefinitely banned. Now I can. Well, that's an indefinite ban for Terry Rozier. That's for fucking sure.
Yeah. He's fucked. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Oh my god, dude. He is such a dumbass. Anyway, that's pretty much all the news that we got.
Yeah, not really much going on, especially in terms of the basketball world as of lately. But that all being said, appreciate you guys hanging out with myself and Tyler as well. And that being said, we will see you guys tomorrow night for Friday Night SmackDown.
Peace.